I love these fabulous children's astrology books by Donna McGarry. They're delightful, whimsical, and entertaining. Visit zodiacs.com. Hello, fabulous Scorpio. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of September 2014, Love Focus. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. Well, I want to start off by saying next month is really huge where it comes to love, and I'll certainly be here to talk about it then. Next month, we've got an eclipse taking place in your sign, at the very beginning of your sign, while we have Venus moving through your sign as well. And so next month, lots of romance indicated, lots of changes indicated, especially for you and your understanding of self and what matters to you most in your heart. And so I want to put that out there first and put that into context with what is taking place this month, because what's happening now is also really important, and there's a lot of love and a lot of romance on offer for you as well. And especially to those of you who are open to it, with just a little bit of willingness, certainly can experience a tremendous amount of love. What is taking place this month, in the early part of the month, is a full moon. And this particular full moon is taking place in a part of the sky that has to do with the feelings of love, romantic connections, enjoying the company of another person, and really just allowing, that flutter, those butterflies, the adrenaline that comes when you know that you're with somebody who you really, really like and you really like spending time with. Now, because of that, these feelings that can come up, what is also really interesting about this is that yes, there's this element there with, lots of feelings arising. But what I really like about this full moon is that while there is that sort of changeable quality to it, there's also a lot of stability, and especially for you, because this particular full moon is speaking in harmony with your modern ruling planet, Pluto, and also Saturn currently in your sign as well. And I put this together, and it just suggests to me that there is certainly a feeling with you now that you are loved and that you have people around you and that you are enjoying what love can offer. Now, those of you who are in an established bond, I do think that this is a time when you are likely to have some very sweet experiences with the person that you care about, which in turn lead to a feeling that you feel like you are with the right person. You feel like this is somebody that you could commit to, want to commit to, have a deepening of commitment to as well. And so it seems like the bond is made that much stronger because of allowing yourselves to enjoy each other's company. So there's lots of date, fun, sweet, romantic energy on offer that ultimately lends itself to a deepening of the commitment between the two of you as well, and feeling more solid and secure within that bond. Those of you who have somebody in your sphere, I do think that the likelihood of you enjoying this person's company, feeling like, yeah, this could really go further, and enjoying experiences that make you feel like you could actually see yourself with this person for a long time, that is very strongly indicated for you. And those of you who are not currently attached to anybody, I see this playing out a couple of different ways. One is really the emphasis is on flirting, the emphasis on meeting people, and allowing yourself to enjoy the company of others as well. And so keep that as the main sort of focus, right? Because you want it to start off light, as I like to say in these videos. When it starts off light and fun, then that is what really allows love to take root, because ultimately those initial courtships, right? That initial time of courtship and getting to know another person, those initial meetings really form the foundation that keep a bond together for a long time to come. Well, that's exactly what you're being asked for right now. Lots of opportunities to enjoy yourself and to have fun, while knowing in the back of your mind that it is these very moments that you end up remembering in the bigger picture if something manifests more in terms of the bigger picture as well. And I do think that that is a very strong possibility. The people you meet now, for some of you out there certainly, the chance of you meeting somebody and having a really great interaction, flirtation, enjoying the company of another person who ends up being somebody that you really eventually has the promise to be somebody long-term is strongly indicated now. Now, keep in mind, as I opened with, next month you've got an eclipse taking place in your sign. We've got Venus entering your sign as well, adding to a lot of romantic energy. But it really is that eclipse I'm watching at the very beginning of your sign, because it does suggest sort of a change of heart that you might not know what to do with. And so I share that with you now because, and again, I'll be here to talk about it then, because I do think that there is value in keeping it about the moment. Try not to make it too much about your expectations or your hopes or what could be, because those things will manifest as they should. They have a way of unfolding very nicely as they should. But there is value in you right now just being connected to what it is that attracts you and what it is ultimately that seems that it's going to bring honest joy and sweetness and light into your life. Those are the types of experiences you want to be cultivating. And when it is that you glimpse that in another person, those are the types of connections you want to be nurturing as well. Knowing that a part of you inside may be thinking, I hope this person is good for the long term, but you want to keep it as much in the moment as possible, because it is ultimately those joyous moments that lead to the greatest love as well. And a lot of times, I gotta say, looking at the sky right now, I have to say that a lot of times, so many of those things that we put so much importance on, especially with Saturn there, right? Because Saturn is about what's established, what's respectable. And a lot of times, a lot of those things we put focus on, like status, really in the end don't even matter. So whether that person has a lot of status, more status than yourself, whether that person doesn't, whether you feel like you have greater status, these are ultimately very false forms of identification. And I do think that some of you out there may find yourself in that. And so your breakthrough, your change of heart next month is going to be tailored around realizing that, oh wow, I was really identifying very strongly with something that was very false. And that is part of the change of heart that happens. But of course, I'll be here to talk about it then next month. This month, I like the element of joy. I like the element of fun for you. I like the element that's saying, you want to be swept off your feet, and chances are you will be. Chances are you'll have at least one moment, at least one night, at least one experience that you'll remember for a really long time. That lets you know that actually there is an abundance of love out there in the world, and that there is a lot of love available to you.